That's the world #1 at his best right there.
Well, goodness me, what a performance. I think it was aided a little bit by the condition of Jo-Wilfried Tsonga after those 2 marathon 5-setters. But a master at work, and the crowd appreciating it, even though it was an hour and 28 minutes of not so competitive entertainment. The thrill of seeing this artistry was much appreciated by this big crowd. There's a standing ovation for Federer. Been a great 2 weeks for Jo-Wilfried Tsonga, but unfortunately his body didn't enable him to come up tonight. He'll be disappointed, but he'll be back. And let's hear what Jim Courier has to say with the master.
Well, Roger, a semifinal of a major is going to be a big test, and today you really came out and played about as well as I think you can play. Did that feel as good as it looked?
Yes, I mean, I'm very happy, you know. You always in tennis, got to deal with how the opponent plays, and sometimes he plays exactly the way you want. Sometimes, you know, you battle through tough in the beginning, and then all of a sudden you get the break you're looking for, and things change dramatically, and that was a little bit how it was today. Same thing happened last year, was against Del Potro, actually. So it's nice, obviously, going through a match like this, but I obviously already know now, right after the match, the next match I'll play against him won't be this way.
Well, I think Joe was a little tired, clearly. He had a couple of tough matches coming into this one, and I think that, was that something that you were keyed on, get on top of him early and just try and make him feel even more fatigued?
Well, I just think against top players, it's always a huge bonus if you can win the first set, you know, because then after that, it always gets more difficult, you know, once you're down. But I actually thought he did really well in those 5-set matches, and I expected him to come out here and be really, like, athletic the way we know him, you know. I think the beginning was tough. I thought it was very intense. And, you know, maybe just for him, he was mentally more fatigued than maybe physically, I thought. And that showed maybe a bit at the end. It was unfortunate for him.
Well, we talk a lot about your game. We talk about all your shots and your experience. One thing that is probably overlooked is your fitness. It takes great physical strength and stamina to do what you do out here and make it look easy. Do you train really hard in the off-season? Can you give me any tips, anything you can talk about?
No, it's all talent. That don't work. I just sit on the couch. Take care.
Now you've really upset me.
You thought you had something going, right? That you were one of those, like with Lendl, that, you know, made us generation work hard. Not with me, anyway. I didn't get inspired. No. No, all I do is really just take care of the kids, you know? That's all I do.
Well, last year, that makes me feel even worse, by the way, thanks. Last year was a very special year for you off court. We talked about that earlier, about the kids, about how you're a diaper specialist now. But it was also a fantastic year for you on court. What stands out for you? You accomplished a lot last year. What stands out from on court in 2009?
All the hard work I put in, you know.
On the couch with the kids?
Yeah. No, just to get back, I do work hard in the off-season, just so that's clear. But no, I think it's so hard to pick, you know. Is it the French, is it Wimbledon? I just think the French Open really sort of relaxes my mind, you know. Knowing that I can come to the French Open from now on and enjoy it, you know. I mean, not that I didn't before, but I just a touch more now, you know, because I won't get asked a silly question. Are you ever going to win the French Open? Is your game good enough?
All you had to do was ask me.
Well, I thought you were going to, you know, maybe write a letter, or give a call, or you didn't, you know, and I'm still waiting, by the way. But now I don't need it anymore. No, I think it's the French Open, you know, more on an emotional level. Wimbledon was just amazing, playing in front of, you know, Rod Laver, Bjorn Borg, Pete Sampras, all the legends that were there. McEnroe, I think, was there as well, and were you there too, or not?
On television, watching.
Watching it. Yeah. No, so it was just a very, very special moment for me in my career, and I don't know, it was amazing. I don't think I'll ever go through such an emotional year ever again like last year, so it was a dream come true.
Well, you have something that you haven't achieved yet that you can achieve here in a couple of nights that not too many guys have achieved. You have the opportunity to win a major as a father. You know, talk about that.
Sure, that'd be nice, you know, but...
Be nice.
I won't say no if Andy Murray decides now, all right, he's a nice guy, Rog, he's a father, and let's... You know, I won't say no. But I know that he'd like to win the first for British tennis since, what is it, 150,000 years, so...
I'd like to say hello to all of our friends at the BBC now. Would you like to wave to the BBC now?
No, that was more, you know, to think of Andy, the poor guy who has to go through those moments over and over again, that, you know, it would be so nice for him to win and everything, but he's done tremendous, you know, so I'm looking forward to a great final. He's a nice guy, and we match up well together, you know, so I expect a tough one.
Well, what are the keys to the match for you against Andy?
I think aggressive, you know, the way I usually always play. We've had some very different type of matches against each other where, you know, we try to joke around each other, you know, around the court, or just loop the ball in or play really aggressive. So I think it's very tactical always against him. From my side, I'll play very aggressive, Andy, if you're listening. I'll come in on your backhand, you'll pass me, I'll drop shot you, you'll lob me, I'll hit it through the legs. And so it's going to be something like that.
Well, that sounds pretty good to me. You're through to the final here again. I think it's your 22nd major final, which is, of course, a record, another one. So congratulations. We'll see you Sunday night.
Thank you, Jim Curry.